6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes. Obviously, wasn't going to do a show tonight, but some incredible news. Jacob Ramsey has touched down in Newcastle, and he's having a medical tonight and also tomorrow. He will not be available for Saturday, though. I can tell you that for sure, because there is no way Villa would sell a player to us and then allow him to play against them. It just doesn't happen. So by the way, there's the link if you'd like to become a member. And thank you to Andrew, who was on the show last night, who became a member straight away because he enjoyed himself so much. So thank you, Andrew. Night. My daughter has been a pain in the backside again. Welcome to Through Black and White Eyes on the day. Welcome Jacob Ramsey to the tune. Please like and share and subscribe. Promote the channel, join for just 99p using the super chats in the bottom right-hand corner if you want to. What we do with the super chats now is anything under £70 pays for the channel. Anything over £70 is going to be put to a side to try and get big guests on by donating to their charities. It's like we did with Graham Bailey. We donated to his charity to get him on the show. I mean, he was going to come on anyway, but it was just nice to be able to help promote his charity. Tony's in the house as well. Great to see you. Hope you're well. Richard, how you doing, mate? This was a very last-minute idea, so let's see how it goes. Kip, all right, lads and lasses, how you doing? Dan, how was your flight?
Laborious. There were three of them, but no complaints. I mean, the flight from Newcastle to Charles de Gaulle, I had the most surreal travel experience I think I've had in forever. I landed in Paris, and there was a tram that I had to go to a different terminal. I was the only person on the tram. There was nobody waiting. When I got to the terminal was empty. There was maybe 50 people.
All right.
And then I got to my gate, and then there was a whole bunch of people boarding the flight from Charles de Gaulle to Seattle. That's a 10-hour flight. It goes up and over. It kind of felt funny, flying from Newcastle to Paris and then flying to Seattle. We go back over England, Ireland, and Scotland. So it felt kind of odd. But no, it was a great flight. I want to say hi to Ella, who is the young lady that was sitting next to me, a high school student in Seattle, returning from a trip, summer vacation in the south of France. So that was good.
Very nice.
But I gave her badges and a business card last night, and she has since followed on Instagram, and I'm hoping we'll be watching. So looking forward to that. Hi, Ella. Again, shout out to everybody that I saw while I was on Tyneside. Cannot wait to go back, of course. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But yeah, got in the door last night just after midnight. Got about 6 hours of sleep. 6 hours of sleep, and immediately had an email from my part-time gig that I had at 8 o'clock this morning. So it's been right back into the thick of it. But I was very excited to get this invite because the talk about good news. Two big pieces of news today, and one of them means a lot to this family. So
love it.
A beverage of choice.
Gary.
Hello.
How are
you all right?
Yes.
Hey guys, how are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm sweating me bloody balls off here. It's absolutely boiling. But apparently the northeast hasn't got very good weather, has it? So
is it 30 degrees today?
I think it's about 28.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
York hit 30, I think.
Yeah, it's warm, like
24
honestly,
now,
yeah.
26 tomorrow, 27 Friday, and then it starts to drop.
Tuesday, I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I was soaked through the whole day.
Yeah.
It was just muggy.
Yeah.
But, great weather. Couldn't have asked for better weather.
Right, Dan, you mentioned 2 good bits of news. For all you Guinness drinkers, get drinking it, because Guinness are now a sponsor of Newcastle United. We've known this for a few months, but it's finally become official today. So that's why we are obviously letting you know about it. I would love to see that on every pint, that stencil, but because it's so hard to recreate, isn't it? But yet you can put it in a pint. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Isn't there that? Is it like that laser machine that you put under and it draws it on there? Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Normally, sometimes they do stencils. I don't know how they do the laser thing, but that is just beautiful.
Yep.
And welcome, Guinness, and hopefully you're paying a lot of money so we can, get some players in. Fingers crossed. Before we go,
emblazoned across our training kit.
Yes.
It would be kind of funny that, all of our players running around the training ground with Guinness across their chest. That would be funny.
Brilliant.
That would be awesome.
It would be. Right. Anyone want to tell Butcher's Court that there is no way in hell can Newcastle United play Sunderland in the second round of the Carabao Cup?
Class, aren't they?
This shows you how long they've been out of the top flight, doesn't it? And how they used to being in the first round and getting knocked out in the first round, aren't they? But now they're in the Premier League. They get to bypass the first round and get into the second round. But all the teams in Europe also bypass the second round, guys. So
oh my goodness gracious.
We will not be facing Sunderland in the second round of the Carabao Cup. They do need to learn a few things.
What a muppet.
Idiots. Evening, Blade. How you doing? By the way, the Oil Brothers will be back on Wednesday on this channel this time. Martin will be on and we'll be talking both clubs. It'll be the first weekend.
That's awesome.
I had to play around with it. His is very different. I threw this together today and just thought, yeah, why not? That looks fun. That'll rile a few people up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that show again because it was great doing it on Martin's channel. It's just nice just to relax and talk about football for a change and answering good questions.
I think I've been on his channel once.
You might have been, yeah.
Yeah, I think I didn't think you can do it. You could do it, and I think I jumped in.
Yeah.
A while ago, but yeah. I enjoyed it.
There's Martin now. Yes, Martin, it'll be your turn to relax rather than you host, and I'm going to have to host, but it'll be good. Right, let's get into this stuff then. So Jacob Ramsey has, potentially signed for Newcastle United. He's doing part of his medical tonight and part of his medical tomorrow. We know he's in Newcastle because we've seen him come off the plane. We know he's here. This is a great signing. I know it's not the caliber to get us into the top 4 sort of signing, like to push us further forward, but this guy is a very, very good squad player, very good ball carrier. He's quick. We've just got to keep him fit. Gaz, your thoughts on Ramsey first of all?
We need to get the Ramsey back of 2 years ago, because 2 years ago he was putting out similar numbers to Rodgers is now.
Yeah.
And obviously I think he had a bit of an injury, and you know what happens, you get an injury and your form dips a bit. I don't think his stats were particularly great last season. But look, this isn't a name that's just cropped up yesterday or a week ago. This is a name that we have been linked with for a long time.
It has, yeah.
So Eddie Howe has been watching this lad for a long time. Funny enough, I've seen Liverpool were linked with him in the last year, and a year ago he was the best midfielder in the country according to them. So
wasn't it 2 years in a row he won Young Player of the Year? Okay, what did I?
I
I
couldn't
said
tell you off
two.
the top of my
I
head.
counted two, and all of a sudden we get balloons.
He's
Sorry, guys.
oh, it's all right. He's he can score goals with both feet. I've heard he does go missing in games sometimes, but well, we're used to seeing players go missing in games, aren't we? So what's the difference there? As long as during that game he does something. But scored some canny goals over the years. Can play left wing, but I don't think that'll be his position. I think he'll play in middle.
Yeah.
He's an upgrade on Longstaff, definitely. Is he an upgrade on Willock? Definitely. People keep going on about the fee, saying that it's quite high. These days, I don't think it is.
No,
I mean,
it's about the average.
No, I think we've just paid 55 for Elanga, so I don't see any reason why he's overpriced. Not at all. How old is he? 24, 23, 24?
24. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's one thing I like overpriced.
Oh yeah. The one thing I like about this deal is I think this was a deal that got done very quickly because I think there was a mutual understanding by both clubs.
Yeah.
I think Villa wanted a sale, we wanted a buy, and I think Player wanted to come. And I think you're going to have to get used to this. Seeing us do deals with Villa and Forest and that, because I think that's possibly one of the only ways we're going to get around this PSR crap. And I think it's a very, very good signing, and I'm happy with the signing. He wouldn't have been a choice I would have picked at the end of the Everton game, but
no,
times change. And I'm happy with the signing, definitely.
I've read a great stat on him, which was, I think he was second to Salah on being available in pockets in the final third.
Yeah, he's what he is he's got. Like I said, I've seen him score with his left foot. I've seen him score with his right foot. He's a lot quicker than people think he is.
Yeah, he's quick.
And he's got the experience. And look, you're talking about an Aston Villa fan here who's willing to come here. Now, that says a lot for me. I think he clearly wants to help his club out that he supports, because they've clearly got a PSR problem. How they've got a PSR problem, I've got no idea with the amount of players they've sold, but never mind. But he clearly wants to help out. He clearly is wanting to come here because it's been mentioned a lot recently. So, like I said, I think it's a very good signing, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him push double figures in either goals or assists. That wouldn't shock us.
That's what we're missing from our three midfield, aren't we? We don't have anyone who does actually hit double figures. Between Joelinton, Tonali, and Bruno, I think we're lucky if we hit 15 between all three of them.
Yeah.
So
because the problem is you've got Tonali and Bruno, who are these top class players in the middle of the park, and they're trying to do everything. Whereas what we needed Sean Longstaff used to do this. He used to get goals in the box and used to run in and pick a perfect place and wherever. And this is what we need. We need somebody like this. We need somebody to do a job for it, not that Bruno and Tonali do. Joelinton's not that type of player. He misses. I'm not having a go at Joelinton. I love him, but he misses too many chances for me, Joelinton. And I think the difference is Ramsey will not miss them chances. And but I think it's I'm very happy with the signing. I don't think it's as expensive as people think it is. Not in today's market anyway. Not for me.
Dan, your thoughts on him?
I agree with everything that Gary just said. What I was reading earlier this morning was, he is going to be the attack-minded midfielder that we've been looking for. He is definitely an upgrade on Willock. He's left-footed, well, both-footed, but I mean, he primarily plays in the left channels. He's not. Let's be honest. All three of our central midfielders, the three that we have, become accustomed to seeing on a match day, all three of them are fairly defensive minded. Where Bruno and Tonali can both create, they're, as you said, Baz, not the ones that you would see on the end of a ball. No. This young man is the character that we've been looking for. I agree that the price is let's be honest, it could very well be a bargain in today's market, especially with a young man who's 24 years old, coming back from injury, still looking to make a mark. And Eddie Howe's got his hands on him. It's going to be I think it's going to be a learning experience for young Ramsey. I think he's going to be an exciting player, and especially when you consider who we've got up front right now with Alanga and Barnes and Gordon, and he who shall not be named, but I'm thinking the options are there now, especially going into Saturday. And we won't, as you said, we won't get to see him on Saturday, but knowing that he's either an option in a provisional starting 11 in the home opener, or someone who can come off the bench with 30 minutes to go and add a creative spark that we're needing. You're looking at your phone, Baz, and breathing right into the microphone, mate.
My microphone's here.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near it.
Okay, fair enough.
I hope he hasn't got out funny on his phone while he's looking, because that is heavy breathing.
It is heavy breathing. Yep.
It's not me. Someone's just little
bottle right in front of your mouth on the cord there. That's the microphone.
No, that's not the microphone at all. No.
It just got louder. I think it is today. I don't think you're using your USB mic. It's all right.
I'll change it. But I've just been sent a video of Dan Byrne in his back garden.
Yeah.
Trying to pop a balloon.
A water balloon.
Yeah.
By throwing it up in the sky. Yep.
Yeah. So
it's absolute genius. It's hilarious.
Right, is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
There we go. Right. I didn't realize that was a friggin' mic. Why the hell am I buying all this extra kit when I've got it all in front? Do you know
because I'll tell you right now, the microphone you're using now doesn't make you sound like a mouth breather.
Well, there we
go. It's all good.
I apologize for that.
No, all good. Again, I think we'll see that this particular fee is a bargain, but more importantly, come on, can we be honest? I took this young man's picture as I was walking out of Espanol the other night, and I know he's been all over.
Signed someone.
But I mean, I walked down the stairs out the strawberry corner behind him, and I said, I've got to get a picture of your kit. And then the very next day, he was at the Atletico game, and he was all over social media. But I said that the kid is brilliant. Signing number 4 for the window. Yeah. Is there a signing number 5? Could there be a signing number 6? We don't know. And then I want to. There's Northern Golfer. I like that thought.
We'll come to that later
because he wasn't in the other under 21s. Yeah. Speaking of the Atletico game, Baz, you and I were there together. Horrible. No. But we also commented about it during the match.
Yeah.
We've seen Gordon play for the under 21s in the 9 and done well, especially when they won the European Championship. Yes. He did not do well against Atletico in that position. He was a much better performer, 1 before his injury, but 2 when he and Alanga and he and Barnes switched place. When he finally got over to his left wing traditional position, he was much more productive, which then begs the question: are we going to see, young Asula, or are we going to see a possibility of Harvey Barnes in the 9?
I was going to say that.
Who knows? We'll see. But that's something we can talk about later. It came to mind as I was discussing Mr. Ramsey. So now I've long-winded rant. I'm over.
Brilliant. Let's talk about Chow. There's the other signing. Obviously, we have that chance to really talk about them because it literally is like back-to-back signings, isn't it, for us? Which is a massive rarity. So I put out someone's hit the panic button at St James's Park. Obviously, it was starting to be rumoured and things started to move quickly. And then, of course, you get all the idiots who try and comment and go, "It's hardly hitting the panic button." I'm like, mate, it's just a joke. It's not deep. I'm just saying it. It's funny how we didn't do anything and now we are doing something. So it's like someone said a panic button. Geez, I was just like, oh, please, no. That's Twitter for you, though. I mean, I've got Liverpool fans on strings today, which is quite funny. And they're doing my head in now, though. I shouldn't have done it. But Gaz Chow is, he looks a monster. The video of him meeting his teammates looked brilliant. Obviously, the hostage video was even better. But we've been chasing this guy for 2 years, just like Ramsey. It's not a name that's come out of the blue. This is someone that we've extensively searched, scouted, and very happy to get over the line now.
Yeah. I think you might have hit the nail on the head with something, to be honest, when you said that something's to press the panic button, but not in that. I think something changed in the last week and a half where that club completely changed their target. And I've got a feeling
targets, but did you read? Sorry, but did you read about apparently Nixon's been given more control?
Yes. Something's happened. I don't care what anybody says. Something's happened to that football club in the last week and a half. Now, there was rumour that the chairman was up here. Then he wasn't. But
it was a golf funny.
Yeah. I've got a feeling that after the Sesko thing and the Isak thing, I think Eddie Howe's changed his who he wants. And Malik Chow could have signed 4 weeks ago when Como were after him for 25 million. I don't understand that, right? He nearly went. So where was the urgency to get him? I think what happened was, I think Eddie Howe changed, and I think he thought, I need to get players in who are ready to go now. This is, and I saw you was talking about it last night, saying that you think Chow's going to need time to bed in till October, this, that, and the other.
Not
and we are great.
He won't start straight away.
Yeah.
Just like Bruno didn't when he came in January. Yeah. He'll be fit enough, but I think Eddie will want him to maybe watch a couple of games first before he throws him in.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that, but I can see him being in a lot quicker than I think. Because I think he's probably ready now. Because that's what Eddie seems to have done this window. He seems to have bought players who he can throw in without any problem whatsoever. And I think this kid might be ready, not to start against Villa, but what I mean is, look, I love Fabian Shaw and Dan Burn, but I'm going to stick by this. You are going to see a decline this season from them too. Yeah. As harsh and as horrible as that sounds, the legends of this football club. Their age was going to kick in, and you were going to see it. And I have no doubt that by October, November time, Sven Botman and Malik Chow will be the main two at the back.
The first core, and by the time
100%.
And by the time Lewis Hall gets back and he gets his legs under him, we will see quite arguably the defense for Newcastle United for the next decade.
Yeah. I think Chow is. Originally, I wasn't sure about it because I've watched him and I wasn't convinced. And then I thought myself, Milan were shit last season. Like, Theo Hernandez went from one of the best left backs in the world to like garbage and ended up going to Saudi because Milan were that bad last year. And I just think every player struggles. So that's why he was a bit dodgy. But previously, before that, he was doing well. And Milan fans have started calling him and having a go at him. So that tells me that they're a bit disappointed that he's gone. So,
well, and to be fair, Gary, you don't just walk into the German national team.
No,
that is true.
Not especially as a defender.
He's a German international. So I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. So, I guess my question to you is. And I know we've talked a lot about this over the last year about pace and such. that neither Fabs nor Dan Burn are exceptionally quick. Botman also not exceptionally quick. Is Chow the pacey partner to Botman that we needed?
He's quicker than you think he is.
Yeah,
Put
exactly.
it that way. It's quite deceiving. Yep. He's not.
That's what I was getting at. Thanks.
Yeah. How would I describe him? He's not. You're not going to see the quickest centre back in the world, right? But
like Dan
you're
Burn,
going to see somebody who can
ground, can't Yeah, you can cover ground because he's got long legs.
Yeah, and I just think he's. Like I said, I think he's a big lad, man. Bloody hell.
Is, yeah.
I was watching Eddie.
We've got
Eddie Howe look at him, and he was literally Eddie Howe would look up like that when he was speaking to him, and he's like,
Did you see that there was an Instagram post that saying our giants at the back, and it's Botman and Chow walking out onto the training pitch together. I mean, and just seeing those two lads, it's like seeing the towers at Wembley, the old Wembley.
I mean, this could be absolute bollocks, right? But I read somewhere that Maldini's dream before Botman came here was to have Chow and Botman at his centre-back parents at Milan. Now, we've just done that. So, look, we need Sven fit. It's plainly obvious he needs to stay injury-free. But Chow was a big signing for me because I was really worried about going into the season with Dan Burn and Fabian Shaw.
Yeah.
If these two were 5 years younger, I do not have that worry, but they're not.
No,
and the one thing I'll say about Chow is not many people know this. We have bought somebody who can kick a ball as well as Fabian Shaw can.
Yes.
Shooting wise, I don't know. Passing wise, yes.
Yeah.
He's got one of them on because I've seen it.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think it'll be long before Chow was in, because I don't know. I saw a little bit of a decline in Shaw last season, and I think it's going to really. I think Dan Burn will last longer this season than him.
I think they'll both get rotated. I think there'll be a lot of rotation. We have a lot more options now. So this whole looking at our bench and going, that's going to drop off on quality. With our defence, that is not the case now. The drop off on that there isn't one.
And keep in mind, I mean, yes, we have the capable backups in both Emil Kraft and a rejuvenated Jamal Lascelles. That was the funniest thing that I heard at the Espanyol game sitting in the East Stand. There was a lady 2 rows behind me who said, "Holy Christ, I have forgotten what a unit Jamal Lascelles is." Because he came running out with did Botman play the first? Yeah, he played the first 45 minutes against Espanyol. I mean, and he looked immense. Yeah. So and then you saw Lascelles welcome Chow in the players' lounge in the cafe. I've never thought that Jamal Lascelles was small, but it just gives you an idea of just how the sheer size of Chow. So I'm just excited about it. It's just like Gary was saying, I'm just excited about this signing. It's remember that as Gary just said, that Milan was after Sven Botman when we got him. So if the plan was originally to have a Botman Chow center back pairing in Milan, well, now we've done that in the tune, and it's going to be fantastic.
I'll tell you who else is actually having a bit of a wet dream is our set piece coach.
Yeah,
he's thinking, Jesus Christ, I've got Burn to work with, Chow to work with, Lascelles to work with, Botman to work with. Jesus Christ, I've got loads of players I can hit a ball to, and then he's got Shaw with his feet inside the box as well. He's no slouch. He's got Bruno, who's always very clever. Tenali, who's really clever. Our set-piece coach should have a big season.
Oh, and on top of that, just the height in protecting our goal is going to be fantastic. What can you imagine if we played a back 3 of Dan Burn, Malik Chow, and Sven Botman?
Yeah,
because we've seen Eddie Howe play a back 3.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know?
really like it that much.
So,
but
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I can't
I know.
remember which game it was. We were absolutely shocking when we played it back. Who was it?
Everton,
Oh, Everton.
last game of the
Everton at
season.
home. Bloody hell.
We played it twice in a
Um,
row, though, didn't we? And it just didn't work.
No, it works every now. I think it works against the bigger teams. I think it works better against them. But I think the season will start with
Well, we'll come into
Probably
that a little bit later on. We're just talking about Chow as a sign. A little bit to go through.
But I just think again, good signing. I think it's a signing that Eddie Howe's ready to go into a bit of a battle this season. That's what I get the impression was signing. They're nothing flashy at all, but they're ready to play Fulham on a Tuesday night. That's what I'll say about them.
Yeah.
Yep. Not the Malcolms in the second round.
Right, we'll quickly throw this up. Don't forget there's a membership option for the channel. It really helps us to pay for running it, and then also trying to get on those top guests in transfer windows and things like that by donating to their charities. So please consider becoming a member. Link is at the top of the chat. Don't forget about Diacro, absolute amazing little family-run company doing beautiful bespoke Newcastle t-shirts. 20% off using code BAZ20. Link is in the description. And Geordieland Experience. If you're not from Newcastle and you want to know about the history and go on tours and all this sort of stuff around the Northeast, these are the guys to get in touch with. And don't forget, this will be back next Friday. The All Brothers with Mancunian Way. Looking forward to doing that show again because it's nice to stick together. Us Newcastle and Man City fans. I think we have to a little bit. Right. We've got to talk about it. I don't want to, but we have to. Alexander Isak is on strike. I can confirm, but how does this play out? So he's now going to start getting fined because he'll refuse to play on Saturday, which will trigger a fine. He still hasn't put a transfer request in because he knows if he puts a transfer request in, he's going to lose money. Now, we've also read, and I didn't realize his agent is turning 60 and he wants to retire. This is why this has all happened. This is why, because he knew Isak having one sale of him will give him generational wealth, put him into retirement. Yeah, not just him, his kids, his grandkids. You know, it literally is the perfect deal for him to bow out on. So I do feel sorry for Isak in a little way because his agent's given them this fairy tale ending of his career and also getting Isak to a club that potentially is going to win a lot of trophies quicker than what we are. We can't deny that. You know, Liverpool are in a position to be challenging for the league and Champions League and all that sort of stuff next season.
Thanks to high heaven.
Yeah, but the way he's gone about it has just been absolutely horrendous. Whoever's advised him, and it won't just be his agent, there'll be other people who have spoken to him as well. They've all given him terrible information, and we're now stuck in a position going into the first game of the season without a recognised striker because he was our only striker as well as letting Wilson go. So, Dan, what do we do with Isak? Got to banish him if he's not going to be sold.
So here's the thing. We haven't heard anything from the lad himself.
No, he's talking to his agent, isn't he?
We haven't seen the lad standing in front of a microphone saying any of this. This could all be coming out of the agent. It doesn't paint him in a good light. Absolutely not. It makes him look like a snake. It makes him look like a rat. It makes him look like, you know, I'm sorry, but his reputation has now dipped below Michael Owen's on Tyneside. I think it's devolved that quickly and to that degree. You know, is there a way back for him? I don't think so.
I don't think so now after today.
Not after what I saw 2 days ago and then yesterday as I was traveling. I don't think there is a way back for him. At the same time, I am so sick. I'm so sick to death of reading Liverpool fans, with the hashtag free Isak.
Oh,
Free him from what?
yeah.
He's contracted to us.
Well,
Then
sorry, Dan, tell him to pay his fucking bill then.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's 150 million if you want them. Pay it.
If you
It's
want
yours.
him, right? If you want him, pay what we're asking. Pay the asking price. Don't come back. And I love the fact that there was the reports yesterday that came out that the club has basically said to Liverpool, "Don't come back with a slightly increased. You want him, pay what we're asking, and you can have him."
Yeah.
To
be fair, though, I find that very hypocritical of us because we are the kings of going in on low ball in other clubs as well.
Okay, but at the same time, we didn't turn any of their heads.
No, I agree. I agree. But
we haven't.
Do you know where I'm coming from, though?
Absolutely. Well, and then we're also getting called out on. Liverpool fans are being called out on. Trent did this to them last season. And Wissa is apparently doing it the same to Brentford in order to earn a move to us.
I hate that as well.
Well, so I mean, no one looks good in this.
No.
I mean, across the board. I wish is the young lad that just signed for Bournemouth. Isn't that Malik Chow's best friend in football?
Oh, I don't know. Who they just signed?
Adley.
I don't
Another
know.
German kid.
Right.
Amin Adley, I think is his name. And I'm sitting there going, why didn't we go after him? Just screw why didn't we go after Malik Chow's best friend and just get them here and everybody be happy and we'd be on with it?
Have a look at these stats, Dan.
Okay. So, yeah, he's not very good.
No, he's not very good.
Eddie Howe hasn't had his hands on him yet. Is there a possibility that we could get this done before the end of the transfer window? And are we after anybody else other than Wissa? Wissa was meant to be the Callum Wilson replacement.
Yeah.
So we've got a Sula, we've got Wissa, who let's remember is a Congo international, and he's going to go to the African Cup of Nations. So we'll sign him, but then we'll lose him for 5 weeks.
Yes.
So my biggest concern is going after another player of African international status. Yeah. That's not going to help us. If we were going after that Samu kid from Porto, he's Spanish. So won't hurt us at all. But I don't know whether or not that's even is that a pipe dream? Is that just clickbait? In terms of Isak, we have got to put our foot down and show everybody across the league, across the globe, that we're not mucking around.
Yeah,
and that means if we have to say, look, you're getting fined, mate. You're not making yourself available. You have a contract. You're not living up to it. It's going to start hitting your pocketbook.
Yeah, well, it has to. It really does.
I know.
Guys, I've obviously seen some quite funny things on Twitter the last couple of days. This one, by far the best one. Sometimes you've got to laugh, and when you're stuck in a situation like we are with Isak, and it's horrible, and I hate it because he's ruined our summer, he's ruined our season going forward. We're redeeming it now, but this is, why couldn't he wait a year? Or why couldn't he have gone about it the right way? That's the frustrating thing. Could have been a hero.
Because he's a prick.
Yeah. Well.
Yes. I am absolutely sick to death of hearing about this bloke. Honestly, I'm done with him. I'll taxi him to Liverpool now. Honestly, I am. I'm sick. You know what it is? He's aging. Yeah, it's been easier. He's 25 years old. Grow up here, bollocks.
Yeah.
Right? And say what you want. I'm sorry, he's hiding behind everything.
Yeah.
Just like you said, Dan, we've never heard from him because he's hiding. Because he's scared.
He's hanging. He's hiding behind the apron. Yep.
Every negative spin we've had this season, Every time we've been frustrated, every time we've been angry, every time our club has been put down has been because of this man.
Yeah.
We could have had Hugo Ekitike if it hadn't have been for this man. Right? Our name could have been dragged through the mud in Europe because of this man.
Well, it is.
Right? I mean, I keep hearing that his replacement might not be as good as him. The bugger's on strike. He's not doing anything. I'd rather have me up front right now because he's doing not all. And he's not going to do out. I mean, I tell you what, I would have fined the bastard 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
I'm sorry, like you're on strike. For what? You get £120,000 a week. When I was 25 years of age, I had a minimum job working in a warehouse, supporting a 3-year-old.
Yep.
I'm sorry, like, piss off and live in the real world. He's right now, and you know what it is? I keep hearing he's disrespected the fans. Yeah, he has, but he doesn't know us.
No.
He knows his teammates and he knows his manager.
Yeah.
The people who helped him to become the person he is, and he shit all over them.
Yep.
Especially Eddie Howe. The one player that all our players respect. He is shit all over him. And he's dropped his manager in it going into a new season.
Yeah.
I don't care whether that's Strand Lawson, whether that's Nicholas Jackson, whether that's Samu, whoever they have got in mind, who is clearly not as good as Alexander Isak right now, but they think this man is going to be his replacement. You go and get that lad in now, because he will be more useful for us right now than that bloke who was sitting in his house. Well, sorry, he's moved out from his house.
Right.
Who was sitting on his house getting paid for doing sod all.
Yeah.
So basically, I want him out this club. I'm absolutely done with him. Go and get his replacement in and get him out our football club, because I'm freaking done with him, honestly.
Yes.
I'm sick of, we're going to wait till September for him. Piss off, will you?
No,
honestly, piss off. You're not even going to be match fit because you haven't turned up. Honestly, get him out the football club. But I tell you what, the club need to be strong, right? They need to...
Oh, the time right they do.
Yeah, they need to be strong and they need to get what they believe he is worth, right? If they do not get what they believe he is worth, still get Isak's replacement in, because we can sell the bugger in January or we can sell him next summer, right?
Yep.
I don't want him anywhere near. I keep hearing put him in the youth system. Absolutely not. I don't want him poisoning our youngsters with his crap. Keep him in a room in the training ground and let him friggin' rot in there. Honestly.
Loan him to Gateshead.
Done. Honestly, I'm dumb. Hero. Are you kidding me? Shearer's a hero. Rob Lee's a hero.
Yeah.
These are legends of this football club. Bruno Guimaraes, right, will leave this football club one day, but he will leave crying in the end of St. James's Park pitch saying goodbye.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the difference for me. And I'm not having anybody like taking the piss out of our football club, and he has. This is, do you know, people might disagree with this. I actually agree with you, Dan. It's worse than Michael Owen.
Yeah.
Because Michael Owen refused to play one game at the end of the season. He did have a horrendous injury, but Michael Owen, when he left, when he came to us, he didn't really want to come anyway. Everybody knew that.
Yeah, that's true.
He was a Ballon d'Or winner. He was a trophy winner. He just left the biggest club in the world to come here, right? He was an unknown when we got him.
Right.
In La Liga, they were laughing at where the fee were paid. Eddie Howe turned him into the person he is now. Have some respect for him. You want to leave, fine. Yeah, you want to leave, fine. Absolutely no problem. You want to leave, but do it the right way. And don't take the piss out your teammates and your manager like you've done. Honestly. Nah.
Have either of you seen the is it Grand Theft Auto where they've dressed up? Where they've dressed up Joe Linton and Bruno and they're in a garage and having
the crap out of them.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's funny.
But no, the whole thing has just been sad, and it angers. Gary said it perfectly. I mean, he
Yeah, Dan, I'm not going to lie. Sorry for interrupting. I'm finished with him. It doesn't matter what that man does for me now. I will never trust him as far as I can throw him, right? He can score a goal against the Mackhams. I'll still have in the back of my mind, you don't want to be here, and you're going to jump ship the first chance you get.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, people around the world are saying it. The overlap of being talking about it the day, slating him. So you know what it is? It's his own fault. He's made his bed. He can lie in it. Anyway, that's been done on him.
Well, and someone said to me in an Instagram comment section yesterday, saying, you know, the Saudi club should come in and get him, and I was like, why? That's our same ownership group.
Yeah, then fair market value would come into play.
Exactly. We would never get what we
doesn't-
expected to get, and if we did, it would be scrutinized to high heaven by the league and by other clubs going, oh well, you know, they overpaid because it's not.
Well, to be fair, we know his market value, don't we? We know he's 150 million, so they can't really say that is an unfair value on the player. The problem being is Isak will not want to go to Saudi Arabia. He's 25. He's not want to go and waste his career. He wants to go to a club that's in Champions League football and trying to win everything. He's not interested in the Saudi Football League. So regardless of how much money they would offer, he's not going to go there. There was one thing I noticed on with Luke Edwards, and you know we're a fan of Luke Edwards now. We support and all that sort of stuff. He said that any player that comes in for Isak will be a downgrade. Well, I mean,
yeah,
but I did say to Luke, I said, Luke, no offense, but we're talking about one of the top 3 strikers in the world here. Anyone who does come in will be a downgrade to Isak because we're not signing Haaland.
But it'll be an upgrade in terms of squad effectiveness.
Sort of. But what I said was, you know, Isak wasn't the player that he is now until Eddie Howe got a hold of him. So whoever we buy, whether it's Samu, whether it's Jackson, or whoever it may be, Eddie Howe could turn him into the next Isak. That's the difference. So we will be buying someone where Eddie Howe will coach and try and make him into the next big thing. So I think people have got to stop thinking about we're going to sign a player on the equal level of Isak or above, because you can't. There's nobody out there who can do it. But we will find a player to mold into a great striker, because that's what Eddie Howe is very good at doing.
Agreed.
Right. Mbappe, I mean, to Luke's comment there, Mbappe left PSG.
And look how
and they got Dembele. I'm sorry, like they already had Dembele, and they turned Dembele into a better player than Mbappe is.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to of course you're going to downgrade, right? Because Alexander Isak is he might be a prick, but he is one of the best players in the world. I'm not saying he's not, right? But he's doing nothing for it.
No,
we might as well have Will Asula up front because he's doing nothing. He's just going to sit there and do now. So we might as well get his replacement in and get a lot of money for him.
Yeah.
And maybe add a Liverpool player on top. I don't know, just to get the deal done. Liverpool have got some class players. I'm sure they'll part with somebody that Eddie Howe likes. Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, whoever. Like there'll be somebody in that team that Eddie Howe likes that Liverpool are willing to part company with. Right? And and then let him do what he's done to us to Liverpool in 2 years and try to get a move to Real Madrid.
And then we can laugh our balls off.
Yeah.
You know,
and
my question to you is this, and I posed this to several different people that I spoke to when I was in Newcastle. If we end up selling Isak to Liverpool, is there realistically a reason to even have a Premier League season?
Well, yeah, because Man City still look really strong. But I get where you're going with it. And I said this on...
And as Arsenal, with their now new number 9 and a Swedish compatriot to our young Wantaway there, you know, are they now a formidable force? You know,
the top four are. I said this on March on. I said the top 4 have now bolted. Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool will be the top 4 this season, unless one of them has a honker of a season, which I can't see happening. Right. And I said that the only team that potentially could have a bit of a honkering, because they haven't signed as many players as the other teams, is Arsenal. They're the ones who might dip. But I think that's the top 4. And that's because they've been able to spend what they need to improve their teams drastically. Like Liverpool have, Man City have spent, and they're still spending. You know, Man City will end up being the highest spenders probably in history in the summer window by the end of this window, the way they're going. And Liverpool won't be far behind them. So we're basically playing the Premier League season to finish fifth, to try and hope fifth is a Champions League spot again, like it was last season. So the Premier League is now broken in my eyes because nobody can just buy to get into it because of PSR and all the things in place. The only team that could potentially is Man United because they can still keep on spending even though they've got all that debt.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Agreed.
it's a pain in the backside. Right, let's look at the squad going forward because we've got 10 minutes left. It's actually not looking as bad as what we all thought it was. Obviously, the striker situation is what's actually killing us, as we know. Pope and Ramsdale. I mean, Ramsdale might be number one after the friendly games, to be honest with you. I thought he was very good against Espanyol. And
Agreed.
I thought Pope was a bit iffy against Atletico Madrid. The right-hand side, you've got Tino, Trips and Kraft. Right defence, you've got Shaw, Chow and the Cells. Left defence, you've got Botman and Byrne, and you've got Hall and Target. So that's 2 for every position, which is what Eddie's always wanted. In midfield, you would have 2 for every position if it wasn't for Willock being injured all the time. But Bruno, Willock, Tonali, Miley, J7, and now Ramsey. I would love to see Kanusi to be added to that. The right wing, Alanga and Murphy. Obviously, we got our upgrade on Murphy, which we all were crying out for. The left side is looking particularly strong with Gordon, Barnes, and Park.
Young Park.
I think he could have a big role to play.
Agreed.
And Asula is the only potential striker option we have. Obviously, we're going to talk tomorrow in depth about who will start the season against Villa because we're going to do the look ahead. But looking at that, there is only one position we're crying out for is an attacker. Now, I'm going to ask this question to both of you. I'll start with Dan. Should we offer Alexander Isak out on loan to PSG, someone like that, away from the Premier League, with an option to buy, or they have to buy him potentially for a certain amount, but loan one of their players to us, like Ramos, for example? Is there a deal to be done that way instead of, flogging them completely straight away in this window where we seem to be struggling?
Potentially. I don't see why it wouldn't work. The other party obviously has to be amenable to the option. But I mean, if we're actually interested in Ramos and they'd be willing to take Isak out of our hands, but like Gary said earlier, everyone in Europe, hell, everybody in the world, the Premier League, the world, everybody is seeing that he's acting the right kit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the question is, does anybody want this guy in their locker room right now?
I mean, Barcelona potentially on loan, and maybe we could get someone there. Maybe Real Madrid on loan, and we can get Hendrick.
I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to the option. It gets him out of our football club. It gets him out of the Premier League. That there's nothing wrong to be said there. I've got friends who are Liverpool fans, and they're saying even they don't want him now because of the way he's acting.
Thank you so much for that comment, by the way. That means a lot. Love this channel because it's open and honest. I like to think we are, very open and honest.
Cheers.
Guys, do any of those options scream to you? Get Ramos from PSG and Isak goes the other way on loan. Maybe Barcelona. Maybe we can get someone on loan from there, or Real Madrid with Hendrick. Could there be an option of a deal to be done there?
First off, my reception seems a bit dodgy, so I might skip a beat here. Right.
Been doing that all night.
Have I?
Yeah. At least you're not a heavy.
Just when you're getting wound up. Yeah.
Honestly,
buy in and get Harry Kane to come back, and then he breaks Alan Shearer's record at St James's Park.
No, I don't want that.
I'm not a fan of a loan, and I cannot see it. I can't see PSG. I can't see any team doing it. You're going to end up with a Victor Osimhen situation here if you start loaning somebody of that caliber out. PSG aren't going to add him. I keep hearing links, but they're not going to be interested. They're not going to add somebody bad to their dressing room. They've just got rid of 3 of them.
True.
Madrid, nah. Hendricks just took the number 9 shirt at Madrid. I can't see him going anywhere. They're not going to loan him. They're like free transfers.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, potentially. There could be something, but I think that'll be in a year. I think he's stuck. I think it's Liverpool or anybody. I think he's done. And I can't see anybody in Europe stumping the money up for him.
That's the problem. There's only Liverpool, isn't there? But again, Liverpool aren't stumping the money up.
Yeah, and they won't rush into it. I keep hearing they will. He won't. Edwards won't do it. Edwards is not stupid. He's not a silly man. And Richard Hughes clearly isn't. So if they have to wait for Alexander Isak for a year, they'll do it. They've got Hugo Ekitike.
Yeah. Well, exactly. I mean, Liverpool aren't exactly spoilt for choice, are they? I mean, Jesus Christ, they've got all those players. Someone said Vlahovic. Now, 2 years ago, Gary, we were all like, him in.
Yeah.
But after what I've heard about him recently, his attitude stinks and his injury record's not exactly fantastic. Why would we swap one arsehole for another?
Exactly.
Look, I'm going to be brutally honest. I think I know who the player is that won.
You haven't been yet.
I know. Isak's riling me up, Dan. It's not even like a thing of I want him to stay or anything. He's just really irritating me now. Honestly, I think I know who the won. I think the player that won is they don't think is possibly ready yet, and that's Samu. I think it's Samu. No, I think it's Samu. I think that's the one that won.
Right, we've had discussions about Samu, right? And someone pointed this out, and I thought, you're on the ball here, lad. He said, if we don't move for Samu now, and we wait till next summer, and he has another fantastic season for Porto, we've missed the boat.
Agreed.
Yeah. Look, I watched him the other day, and he can head a ball better than Isak can.
Yeah.
He's strong, powerful. He reminds us of a young Didier Drogba.
Yeah.
I think we need to go for it.
I do.
I think we need to trust Eddie Howe to develop him, which he will.
Yep.
And he's definitely not Isak standard now. He needs to sort his first touch out. Little things like that. But the potential is enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we need to do it. I think we need to get rid of him and get him in.
Yeah.
That's what I truly believe. I've already heard rumours today that Nicholas Jackson is not what the thing is the answer.
Well, he can't be, because you can't have Jackson and Wissa, because you lose them for 6 games when they go into the Aston. That would be crazy, especially around Christmas time when the fixtures are full on and they're difficult.
Look, I'm going to take my Gary hat off here and just say this is what I think the club want to do. I think the club want to keep Isak. I think they want him to come back into the squad. Maybe Isak is spoken Eddie Howe and he's ready, but maybe the players aren't ready for him to come back. You just don't know.
Possibly.
Right?
Yep.
Possibly.
There's a lot in the media, isn't there? And like Dan pointed out beforehand, Isak's never come out and said anything yet. It's all through the agents. It's all through Orenstein. It's all through Romano. All this sort of stuff. Nobody actually knows what the players said or feels.
Eddie Howe look. You know my view, but Eddie Howe keeps defending him.
So the players.
Well, yeah, and then I heard today that there's a bit of a problem with the players.
Well, there's a split, isn't there, in the dressing room?
Yeah, there's a split, which is what I'd say. I think the club want to keep him, but I think they want to get rid of him in a year, and I think they want to get Samu in a year. That is what I think their plan is. I think they want Samu to have another year.
Well, what we
But I
should
don't
do is
know if they'll
buy
do
him
that.
now and just let him stay in Porto for a year. And I know that sounds crazy because we're talking a lot of
Well,
money.
yeah, you could do that. If he's
but why
60,
not?
you
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
But look, one thing's going to happen. And Vissa, if it's not Vissa, right, it'll be Nicholas Jackson who will come in as Callum Wilson's replacement. I know people will sit there and go, well, they're not going to pay £60 million on Nicholas Jackson. Well, they are if Isak's going nowhere. It's that simple, right?
Yeah.
If Isak leaves, they will. I think they'll go. They're going for Samu. But the problem is we don't know right now if Alexander Isak is leaving this football club. We do not know, and I don't think you'll find out properly until after the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
don't think you'll hear a thing.
I agree.
But we better have our replacement lined up, because
Yeah.
this is going to make us look really bad if
And
we
we-
have not got his replacement lined up.
Yeah.
But I do think the club want to keep him for a year and sell him next summer.
Yeah.
And I would think they want to sell
an
him to a
agreement.
Barcelona or a Bayern Munich. That's what I think they're planning.
Yeah, get him out of the Premier League. Right.
Yeah.
Quickly, guys, remember membership, Dicro, amazing sponsors. Geordieland Experience as well, absolutely fantastic stuff if you want a tour. I forgot to mention this one. Our Super 6 is available to join. It's completely free. It is unfortunately only for UK residents because it's on Sky Bet and they only allow people in the UK to play it. But it is completely free and it'll be a bit of a laugh to be able to have a look to see who's doing well in it. So join it for free and join in the banter. And then next Wednesday, we've got the Oil Brothers episode 2, the cross show between two channels. So please go and support Mancunian Way. Absolutely, Martin's fantastic. He does this for a living now and stuff like that. And we want to support him and help him to get bigger, same as ourselves. But we don't do it for ourselves. We do it for charity, as everybody knows, which prompts me to say we've raised over £11,000 in 3 years, which I think is actually pretty amazing when you think about it. Right. We could go on all night talking about this, but unfortunately, I do have 5 shifts in a row, so we're going to have to leave it at that. It's been an absolute pleasure talking about this. Obviously, again, guys, just remember this squad is actually looking very, very healthy now. We've just got to trust Eddie Howe. We've got to trust the guys to get everything else done.
Like you said, Baz, Howe, Ramsey in 48, 72 hours. Who could be next?
Exactly.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
The club have done what I thought they were going to do. They've sorted the team out.
Yeah.
Now the final 2 weeks is concentrating on the main bit. Now look, I think this will happen, but like I said, somebody did say that he thinks Isak could go down to deadline day, and I thought nonsense. The more I think about it now, there is potential for this happening, and I can't believe it. But Newcastle better have his replacement lined up on that same day. I tell you what, if that happens on deadline day, Sky will be all over it.
Yeah, there will be. There will be.
Oh, yeah, honestly.
But anyway, join us tomorrow night. We are live from 8:15. It'll be me, Gary, and Dan. We'll be talking about, and Sean, who's a Villa fan. So really looking forward to getting his views on what's going on.
I could get his view on Ramsey and stuff, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And Sean's a good lad. He does the Premier League show with me. He's a really nice guy. Speaks very, very well. He's not an idiot. He understands both sides of things. Thanks for tuning in, Robbie. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm hoping to find a Liverpool fan who's sensible as well, but that's very difficult.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly. But thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Please help us out that way. If you can't donate, you can't become a member, that's absolutely fine. Just hit that subscribe button. Watch our shows. We make money through the ads, and that then helps us to pay for the channel, and then also get great guests on for you guys to ask questions to, like Graham Bailey, like Luke Edwards, like all the other guys we've had on. So
Eldon
Wellsbury.
Elton
Wellsbury. Yeah, he's part of the actual Stefan. Again, we've had loads on, so we want to keep that going. We want to put that money into their charities so we can try and work out what's going on. But thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.
Bye all.